You know, some of these stories that we hear about in the religious scriptures aren't even in the Bible. And one of them is the Book of Enoch. You guys, I'm sure you've heard of it. That's in the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Nag Hammadi scriptures from Nag Hammadi. The same collection of these religious texts that was hidden from us and taken out of the canonical Bible. And it's all about how the Watchers came down and mated with the daughters of man and chose them as wives, and then created this race of beings called the Nephilim, which were the giants that ruled over the earth. There's also the Book of Giants. A lot of the Adam and Eve stuff from the Bible and the Kabbalah and the Torah, they stole these verses out of the Sumerian texts and the Emerald tablets. In other mysticisms of creation, it was said that the 7 archons formed a worldly Adam with a squirrely, wormy nature to fulfill their own sexual desires and obsession in matter. Our human bodies are merely avatars created to provide for some type of special biophotonic light. According to the Kabbalah states that before humans, Adam Kadmon, or the heavenly human, was inoculated by the Sephiroth. Adam Kadmon was the totality equivalent of the Sephiroth itself, the androgynous cosmic being, the primeval soul, which was the spiritual reflection of the divine creator. Adam and Eve was invented as a microcosmic reflection of Adam Kadmon. Atum, Adama, Adatma. The race of the Anunnaki people is our progenitors. The Old Testament and all of the Genesis stories comes from the Sumerian text and the Emerald tablets, written thousands of years prior to any of the events happening in the Old Testament of the Bible. The book of Genesis, the genealogy of Isis, or the generation of Isis, genes of Isis, the androgynous Sephiroth, who took an egg out of an existing proto-hominid, which is one of our ancestors, cleaned the genetic material out, inserted the sperm into her womb, and took the organism to full term for 10 months. These are the stories that are talked about in these older scriptures. The tablet claims that the creation of humankind was biologically engineered for the service of these gods. Amarutu, Marduk, who is the patron deity of the city of Babylon. He lived a long time ago, and it's talked about in these tablets. And these tablets were an exaltation of the chief god of the Babylon ruling over the other Mesopotamian gods or deities.